Bastish here for 64K and welcome to another episode of New Retro.
Welcome to 64K, hosted by Bastish B.
And welcome back. So if you've never watched New Retro before, I take a look at a new game on an old system and then we go back and check out the game that might have inspired it, the inspiration game. And today's games are And now let's check out that inspiration game. Boot Hill was released in 1977 in the arcades by Midway, and it's a sequel to 1975's Western Gun or Gunfight, which was originally made by Taito. Boot Hill was the first of these sort of Western showdown games that I ever played in the arcade. I remember playing it and then jumping onto Atari's Asteroids machine, which was right next to it. Damn, I love those 1970s and 80s arcades. Boot Hill is simple. It's either a 1 or 2 player versus game where you as cowboys have to shoot it out showdown style against each other. Try to blast your opponent as he dodges behind cactuses and wagons. You got 6 bullets, so make them count. Little flourishes like cactuses you hide behind disintegrating after every bullet hit, Space Invaders style. And the random wagon that bursts through the middle of the screen is a good distraction, or makes for great cover as well. I remember playing this against my dad and having an absolute blast. And this is a major theme with this subgenre, is the 2-player option. And without it, things get boring pretty quick. The computer is a real fiend in this game and manages to pull off some real trick shots like he's Buffalo Bill on crack. The graphics are simplistic 1970s style and the sound is almost non-existent with basic gun and a funky little death tune when you bite the bullet. Despite all this, it's still kind of fun to play. Basic to the core but fun nevertheless, and a whole world of clones was spawned out of this game and its predecessor, such as The Duel on the Commodore 64. And my favorite home version, Outlaw by Atari. Overall, it's an interesting curiosity to check out and is no doubt one of the games that inspired our next one. And now let's check out that new game. Showdown was released in late 2020 by Badger Punch Games on the Commodore 64. It's a new take on the classic showdown genre of games that started in the arcades in the 1970s. The game is a 1 or 2 player versus affair just like Boot Hill or Outlaw, where you gun it out against your opponent, real or computer, with the first to 5 wins taking the game. When you first load it up, you're greeted with a fantastic little SID tune, which thumps away and boosts the atmosphere of the game tremendously. Just like Boot Hill, you can hide behind debris. Use the wagon as cover, but watch out for those boxes of TNT. They can either aid you by blowing up your foe or be your ultimate undoing. The bullets can be curved slightly just like Boot Hill and you'll want to make sure you reload before jumping out for your kill shot. Again, this is a fun little distraction for a few minutes and nothing more in single player, but in 2-player versus, it's an absolute blast to play. So if this is how you're gonna play it, then download this right now. The graphics are very nice and detailed with great animation and the music is really cool as well. My only gripe is that I wish there was just some variety in the stages. Why not throw in some classic western themes like the town square showdown, the abandoned gold mine, or a shootout in an old graveyard. All fun locales that would have made the single player at least more interesting. I like this game, it's simple and fun, but would only recommend it if you plan on playing it in 2-player mode. Single player is just a little bit too basic. If it had a few more options, that would have been really cool. But seeing as it's only $1, it's kinda worth buying anyway and supporting the C64 programming community at the same time. It's both PAL and NTSC compatible and works on original and C64 Maxi and Mini. So why not check it out? And you're probably wondering, where can I get these games? As far as I'm aware, the arcade game Boot Hill was never re-released in any sort of way, shape or form, so your best bet is probably playing it through MAME or a RetroPie image. As for Showdown, it's available in digital form and I'll leave a link in the description so you can download it, and it's also going to be available in a physical cassette version from Bitmapsoft in the near future. And thanks for joining me, Bastish B at 64K. I hope you had a good time. If you can like and subscribe, that'll be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.